Bouncing puck, Evans with it. Out to Struble. And now across to Matheson, who shoots. Saved by Vasilevsky. Corey Perry, former Montreal Canadian. Back for Ryan McDonough. And he clears the zone. McDonough took a hard hit. And the crowd erupts.
That's Anderson with the finish. Jack Guy had a hit in the neutral zone, and the Canadians already with a shot on goal. One way to shake off the nerves is to get pucks to the net and get a body on somebody. Mission accomplished already.
Here comes Newhook in with a shot.
I think he got a piece of that, Vasilevsky, with his left arm.
Puck carried out by Braden Point, looking for his first point of the series. Now Gonzalez, save made by Dobish.
Tampa-Bay after 2 shots early for the Canadians. Dobish has to come up with this save on Dominic James.
Puck held in by Point. Now carried out by Bolduc. Give and go. Bolduc. Texier. Score!
Well, the Canadians able to strike first, and it's off the rush. A slight change to the 4th line for the Canadians. Alexander Texier joins Zach Bolduc and Kirby Dach on this 4th line, and it's a perfectly executed play off the rush. The pass by Bolduc to Texier, and Texier able to get around that one and rips it home.
Now Jake Gensel into the Montreal zone, with Tampa Bay trailing by a goal. Cross-ice pass saved by Dobish, and then another. Tampa Bay power play. Dobish, the goaltender, 2 minutes for tripping. Took down Yanni Gord.
Make no mistake, that win was huge for John Cooper's club in game number 2.
Hagel racing over, play the puck for Tampa Bay. Hagel, now Point scores! On the power play, Braden Point ties the game at 1.
Well, for Braden Point, a quiet start. And at the start of this power play, Nikita Kucherov, I think, was setting up shot the whole time, but he's getting more back to what he does typically, and that's facilitate. Able to get the puck down low to Gensel, and then Gensel with a nifty pass to Braden Point, who found that soft area, able to get it off his stick quickly to the far side.
Puck comes to Hagel. Now Gensel. Here's Kucherov. Back out to Gensel. Got a cross, saved by Dobish on Radish. Comes to Gonzalez. Back out to Moser. Now Gonzalez. Ball stopped by Dobish. Puck comes up the boards. Penalty time winding down. Shot by James. Here comes Kirby Dach. Looking for Newhook. Now Texier, who has the Montreal goal. Cross-ice pass, save on Bolduc by Vasilevsky.
What a pass by Texier. Play. Alexander Texier, who has the Canadians' only goal in this, or the only goal for the Canadians in this one, finds Bolduc through.
And now Evans for Anderson. What an opportunity for Anderson, who has scored in each of the first 2 games. Shot by Matheson, knocked down by Vasilevsky. Bolduc. And Texier chasing with Radish. Good job at the goal stick by Vasilevsky. Back out to Radish. There's Radish, now Hagel. Hagel shoots, missed the net. Kucherov. Lilleberg kept it away from Dach, and then Kucherov fires wide. Centering pass, Sorelli. Bouncing puck played by Matheson. Nice play by James around Slavkovsky. James with Point. James drops it back. Moser stopped by Dobish. Now James with it for Tampa Bay.
Off the rush. I mean, one thing for the Canadians, they can't give up the blue line as easy as this. I mean, this allows for a chance that may not look like a difficult opportunity as we look at our AT&T connected cam, but when that shot goes through a...
And the save by Dobish. Evans moves it back to Cooley. And now it's carried out by Jake Evans. Knocked out of the air by Hagel. Hagel has been on the ice for all 7, make it 8 Tampa Bay goals as Hagel scores, and the Lightning now lead 2-1.
after the goal given up. The Canadiens not able to get out of their zone, and the turnover allows for the Lightning to come right back at him. And it's Hagel, the guy that's the public enemy #1, with the short side wrist shot, one that Dobish has to come up with. But he changes the angle ever so slightly and beats Dobish to the blocker side, and then there's contact by Dobish.
Here's Kucherov into the slot, picked off by Hudson, and now the lead pass, breakaway, saved by Vasilevsky on Demidov. And now Gensel back into the Montreal zone. Gensel for Moser to the net, stopped by Dobish. Taking 4 penalties. Montreal's had just 1 power play. Puck comes in front, saved by Vasilevsky on dunk. Vasilevsky has made some big saves here in the second period. Score! Dog from the top of the circle, traffic in front. The Canadiens have tied the game at 2.
First period, and the Canadiens able to come up with a huge kill. Jack Guy aggressive, able to keep the play alive, and Doc just simply gets the puck to the net. Might have been a drive-by screen on Vasilevsky for him not to find this puck. It goes right through the legs of McDonough and then through the legs of Vasilevsky. But after a first period goal by 10.
He's held up by Gord. Back up the boards for Caulfield. Now Slavkovsky. Hudson across. Oh, Vasilevsky! Coming from right to left.
You got to be kidding me. I'm thinking shot. Wow. I think he gets a piece of it with his glove, or did he?
Looked like he did.
I wonder if maybe it just kind of fluttered on Demidov, if not Vasilevsky. I don't know how you recover.
Puck knocked down by Gord, forced ahead, and now a breakaway for Caulfield. Caulfield stopped by Vasilevsky.
And he simply fans on it. For a guy that scored 51 goals in the regular season, you really wonder if this guy's starting to feel the heat a little bit. This line really has not been able to do much of anything in 5-on-5, and sometimes the harder you try, the more difficult it can be, but get the sense.
Exactly 10 minutes on the clock, third period. Here's Corey Perry. Pass across, Gonzalez with a shot, and that's blocked by Gooley.
It looked like Dobish was going to be in position anyhow to receive this attempt from Gonzalez, but why take the chance? And Gooley gets out and blocks it. I think it may have.
Penalty expires, and now the outlet pass. Anderson just out of the box. Anderson deeks and is stopped.
Gets a gift of a breakaway, but it just simply runs out of room. I think he, as he got in on Vasilevsky, I think he kind of stick-handled himself into a.
Kept alive by Caulfield. Here is Suzuki with a blast. Saved by Vasilevsky, and then another. Series tied at 1. Here comes Evans with a shot. That gets blocked. Gano poked away by Sabrin. Now Moser with a poke at it. Good work along the wall by Bolduc off the skate of Point. Kept alive by Texier. Scored the game's first goal. Out for Hudson. Lions and shoots. Score! The Montreal Canadiens take game 3. 2 minutes, 9 seconds into overtime.
Alexander Texier and Zach Bolduc doing some work along the wall. Texier hangs on to it, able to spin around Point, get it low to high with traffic in front. Hudson gets the puck to the net. That's the key. When you have traffic there, get the puck there. And Hudson's shot is a seeing eye shot above the blocker, a laser. Top shelf to give the Canadiens the win and the series lead.
Hudson's second goal of the series. Texier and Bolduc the assists.